Hey, greetings, tubers. On Point Gambling. We're back one more time. This kind of time we're going to look at revisiting the hedged spread, which is my last video. If you haven't checked it out yet, please do. I always appreciate it. Also, these things are always appreciated too. So moving on. Basically what we did last time, we had a bankroll of $600. It was a mixed strategy, hence the hedged part of the spread. And it was enough for 5 shooters. You had 110 set aside per shooter, and plus $50 left over to basically even out the bankroll, make it a nice even number, 600. And also, in case you get knocked off of one of your don't pass bets, you had some extra funds to go back up on one. So on the whiteboard right over here, I got to play 110 to show you how the previous version of this worked. We'll do that real quick. Start off with 50 on the don't pass, $10 in the field, and a $4 any craps, or the C bet, or the crap check, whichever you want to call it. You roll, establish points. Let's say the point is a 9. Ideally, you want to roll one of the field numbers so that once that pays, you have the dealer take the winnings and the original field bet, put 5 each on the hard ways. You would lose this. And then at this point, you would go out $36 for the 6 and the 8, so 18 each. Now you see the $10 left over. If your first field bet does get knocked off, you have an extra $10 to go back out onto the field. If it loses a second time, you're done betting the field and you just skip the hard way portion of the strategy. In this case, since it hit on the first one, you just bank the extra $10. I'm just going to put it over here so I don't keep it separate from the bankroll. You just bank it, and you also use that later on in case you need to go back out for something like, say, like you lost 2 don't pass bets on the come out. If you have enough of those banked left over, you can go back out. I also recommend if you get knocked off the don't pass once for 50, only go out for 25. That's your discretion if you want to do that for less. But so once we get past that, once we establish that first point, we go out on the 6 and the 8 for 18 each, and we're looking for 3 hits on the 6 and the 8. So the first hit, you have to get paid 21. You have the dealer take the winnings and place the 5 and 9 for $10 each, and then you're looking for 2 more hits. What happened to the camera there? Looking for 2 more hits on the place bets, or a maximum of 4 rolls. So if you rolled 4 more times, no matter what they are, and you only had 1 more place bet hit, that's it. You take the place bets down. Also, you can press. I would press the first. I'm sorry. What would be the second hit? The first one would take you from the 6 and the 8 out to the 5 and 9. The second one, I would press a pair. So in this case, they would all pay 21 right now. I'm sorry. No, the 5 and 9 would pay 14 each. So I would press the 5 and 9, $5 each to go to 15. And then once you get that third place bet hit, hopefully, you take down all your place bets and you bet 25 on the don't come. So we'll just run through it real quick. Let's say we rolled the 5. You bank the 4. Press the 5 and 9. And let's say the next roll was the 8. I get paid 21. You take all that down, 25 on the don't come, roll another number, hopefully, let's say it travels to the 4. And at this point, you're just waiting for a resolution to your don't pass and your don't come bets, as well as the hard ways. So that was how the previous version of the strategy worked the first time we did it. I know some people don't like going out to the hard ways, so we're going to change that a little bit. So let me get the 110 set back up, and I'll show you what I'm going to do for this version. So the whole goal of this, you start off with the $50 in the don't pass, and we're gonna make, you know, a $10 field bet. If you want to skip the any craps, I'm fine with that. I originally said that was a hedge against the don't pass. It doesn't really work that way. It just basically is more coverage because it's going to pay on the 2, 3, and 12. So the only thing you're really benefiting from would be one of those numbers which are going to, you know, 2 and 3 are going to pay the don't pass anyway. So you're basically doubling up. The 12 on the pass, on the don't pass would be a push, but you'd win on the any craps. So that's the one out of 36 rolls that you could win from. If you want to use it, go right ahead. You can take the $4, and if you want to just go $1 each in the hard ways, you can just not spend it. So we're just going to do a little bit differently. We're going to take that $4 and go $1 each in the hard ways. This way, hopefully, you get a little more mileage out of them. Still have the $10 in the field, 50 on the don't pass. Same thing, we're going to roll and establish a point. Let's say the point is the 9 again. Still go out on the 6 and the 8 for 18 each. And at this point, you've got $20 from the field. You won 10 on the $10 bet. So I have the deal to take that out and go to the 5 and 9 right away. And it's going to work the same way. You have an extra $10 left over. If the first hit gets knocked off, bet the field again. If it doesn't hit again, we're just going to skip the field at that point. So maximum two rolls in the field for the field. So once we get to here, it's going to work pretty much the same. We're going to look for 3 hits. We're going to press the first 2, either the 5 and 9 or the 6 and the 8, whichever you feel like pushing. And then once you get the 3rd hit or the 4th roll, actually we got to change up a little bit this time. So since we're out on the 4 place bets to start, we're looking for 3 hits on the place bets or a maximum of 5 rolls. So 3 or 5. So that'll be the slight caveat to this one. Same thing, we're going to press them. Once we get the 3rd hit, everything comes down, and we'll do the 25 and the don't come again. So it's very similar to the previous one, just have less money going on the hard ways, more money working on the 5 and 9 instead, so it should work a little bit better. And let's give it a whirl. And there goes the dice. Okay, so 5. So we lose the fields. Point is 5. 1 more in the fields. And like I said, if you want to skip the hard ways, you can. It's a simple little things. It's part of the spreading out, try to get a little more money at play, so that's why we kept it up there. So once again, we'll try and get the field to hit, so we can go to the 5 and 9 quickly. 11. That works. So that's roll number 1. And 7 out. Oh well. So all of this loses. But we do it on the don't pass. So you can see, like from that strategy, we got 110th the shooter. We're left with 100, so we only lost $10 for that shooter. Again. This will lose. And we got 6 easy. So we lose the fields, we lose the hard 6, we get paid 21. let's roll 1, 4, easy 4. So we lose that. Let's roll 2, 9. So it gets 14. That's our second place bet hit, our third roll. So looking for one more place bet. Not for this one, 3. It's our fourth roll. And 2. So that is our fifth roll. We did not get the 3 place bet hits, but we are done on the place bets, so we're going to take them down. And 9. So now it's going to ride this out, looking for a resolution on the don'ts and or the hard ways. 6. No anything there. 5. So we do lose the don'ts. Now at this point, since the shooter is still going, they made their point. If you want to go back out 25 on the don't pass and go right back out, since you have the 36 left over, we're going to do that. So let's go 25 and 7. So we lose. So that's 2 don't pass loses. I would skip the don't pass, and if you want at this point to not go on the 6 and the 8, that's completely your call. You only have $25 in coverage for 36 plus 2. So at this point, we're just going to let the shooter finish out his turn. 7. I'm sorry, this would have paid over here. And these would have lost. 4. 6, easy. 2. 8. 11. And 7. All right. So that shooter's done. So our point is 9. We get paid in the fields. We'll take that to the 5 and 9. Yes, you're still going to go out even if the point is one of the place bet numbers. 10 extra. We'll put it over here. And then color up. In this case, color down. And 10 easy. So we lose the hard 10. Oh, nice one. Not embarrassing. Easy 10 again. Our second roll. Easy 6. So we lose this. 21. Now at this point, it's completely up to you. Since we're light on a 5 and 9, you can either go 1 unit each, or you can take the full 21 and go up to 20 on each. I'm going to do that. Why not? And of course, 7. Hard 8. So we do lose the fields. Back out on that. There's 10. And we made the 8s, so we have a double loss here, but we get paid 21. Let's go at 25 on the don'ts. Now at this point, oh I'm sorry, we also lost the hard leg 8s. So at this point, I would leave your place bets off since they're not covered by the hedge. This way we'll get a points and then turn the place bets back on like normal. 6 hard. I would leave these working, so 9 to 1. Anytime you hit on the hard ways, double up your bets for any remaining ones. So in this case, we went from $1 to $2 to cover that. Also, since the 6 was the place bet was off, we don't get paid on that, but we have 6 as our points. And I'm trying to think if I forgot something here. Nope, that's it. Okay, so now that's our first roll. So looking for either 3 place bets or 5 total rolls. Not too big, 7. Just one. Yeah, we'll do one more shooter. Heart 6. Lose the fields. Eight easy. So this loses 21. 10, easy. So we lose that hard way. 7. Well, I apologize. I wanted this actually to go past 3 rolls, but apparently it's not going to be my night tonight for that. Okay. So from the bankroll, we do have $46 left over from that initial extra 50. So we'll count up what we won, and we'll go from there. So we finished with the winnings of 414, 46 left over from the bankroll for a total of 460 out of 600. Like I said, it was a short session for almost 3 of the 4, and even like the long roll basically didn't really work in our favor either. So I mean, it does happen. It's just another option you can do for like this spreading out version of this when you hedge the don't pass versus your place bets. It gives you some freedom. Like you saw, like even though 2 or 3 of those rolls, I established a point, and only got 1 or 2 more rolls past that, and crapped out, but I still made $100. So I only lost $10 for 3 of those rolls. So it's not a bad way to play this. So I mean, it's another tool for your toolbox to play the don'ts and to do some hedging in there. So that's it for this one. If you have any comments, leave them in the section, and we'll look at something new next time. Until then, everyone stay safe, and I'll see you at the tables.